Warning, the Good Times podcast features foul language and insensitive comments performed by professionals. Accordingly, Good Times podcast must insist that no one should play this show out loud during work, at school, or with your grandma. Enjoy the show.
On this week's episode of the Good Times podcast, we talk about the hot take question of the week, last week's answers, and this week's new question.
We also do a GTP conversation with my wife, Janet.
I ask Almanac Jack questions for a married guy.
And last but not least, we read over a couple names that are just too funny not to be real. This and so much more emanating live from the GTP hole on this episode of the Good Times Podcast.
Good Times Podcast. Hey, y'all having a good time? Having a good time. Always a good time. Now what the hell are you waiting for? Donuts.
Welcome on in, everybody. I am the assassin of the slaved mind, the executioner, and if you don't know, now you know. And fresh out the box, stop, look and watch. Ready yet? Get set. It's Almanac Jack.
What's going on, everybody out there, and what's going on, Executioner? You are here listening to another episode of Good Times. That's right, this is the Good Times Podcast where there's good laughs, good fun, and it's always a good time.
Good damn time.
Executioner, how the hell are you? How the hell are you doing?
I'm doing so good. I'm doing great. It's been a really good week for the most part, at least. I mean, yeah, nothing really too new this week. Obviously, just trying to stay on track with the whole workout stuff.
That's right.
Finally went back to work this week.
After a very, very long bereavement.
After a very long time off, it was like 3 days, but still, after that long time off, it was kind of different going back to work. I felt like I hadn't been there in quite some time.
Yeah.
So getting used to it was a little bit different, and I started going to the gym right before work. Mm-hmm. So the first time I did it was Monday. So the first thing to me was, all right, I was telling a couple of my friends, okay, I might leave early. Like, why? And it's like, because I don't know how tired I am going to be by lunchtime. Like, I don't know how this is going to be. I might die.
Just might.
I just might die. But it actually didn't end up too bad. I actually ended up going to work, and I felt like I had a lot more energy. There was the first day where I did get super tired at around lunchtime, but I kind of pushed through it and I made it. And the next day, I didn't stay the whole day because of the department debacle.
Yeah.
I guess you could say.
Yeah, you told me about that.
I guess I could just tell the quick story. So I actually ended up leaving work like 8 hours early because they tried to send me to a different department that I didn't want to be a part of. Because the whole thing is, if they send you to a different department, then you don't have to not work as hard per se, but you haven't been to that department before, and you're not there every day, so you're not, trying to hit their rate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the people that work there, like the managers and stuff like that work at this department, expect you to be as good, if not better, than the people that are there every single day. So they'll tell you shit like, oh, come on, hurry up, blah, 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 you could do this, da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, at that point, I'm like, nah, you're not going to sit there and tell me shit. Like, fuck you all. Like, I don't even work in this department. And plus, I'm like one of the...
Sound like a Walmart worker. This isn't my department.
Now, I mean, okay, so that's a little bit different. A little bit different, but at the same time, I was like, nah, you know what? This is stupid. So I just ended up leaving. Because at Amazon, you own your time. They give you hours. And guess what? I'll say it again. You own your time.
Wow.
So I can just leave whenever the hell I want. So I left, and
Must
I
be
ended up
nice.
going to the gym again.
Hey, there you go.
With you guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, it actually wasn't too bad. Trying to get used to that. The third day, which was my Friday, it was actually wasn't bad at all. I made it all the way through up to 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was cool. Felt good. I did come home, and I was like completely delusional and ready to go to sleep. But you know, that's all good too. So yeah, overall, not a bad week. Also, I did my weigh-in today.
Ooh, how'd it go?
And we'll talk about that right after we talk about how you did this week. How you doing? How was your week this week?
It was
Almanac
cool.
Jack.
Not too bad. Around the second week of January is where people start falling off their New Year's resolutions.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so in Frito-Lay world, sales are down from January 1st until about now.
Oh God.
So this past 2 weeks, everybody's been doing good.
Yeah.
And if they buy anything, it was, popcorn or the baked chips.
Gotcha.
Or the natural Ruffles, which,
Rooflays.
Ruffalays. Yeah. Anyway, so now everybody's starting to get back on the, I'm going to buy some Cheetos. It's just one bag of Cheetos, but it's a big fucking bag of Cheetos, or getting the Doritos and stuff, because
Right.
all of that stuff's back on sale now at the stores.
Oh, they're trying to get rid of it now.
Exactly,
They
yeah.
have all kinds of back orders and stuff like that.
So now it's starting to pick up just because everybody's, falling off of their resolutions already. And if you notice, the gym is a lot less packed now too.
Yeah, very much less.
Because
bad.
last night when we went, shoot, there was hardly anybody there.
Although I will say around that time it hasn't been that busy. I think if we went like about an hour before that, it would have been a little bit busier. But yeah, there wasn't even anybody at the benches really, which is kind of weird.
That's
like even the buff guys, they're like, oh, I'm tired of this shit already. 2 weeks in.
Yeah. So yeah, everybody's falling off their resolutions. So work's picking up. It rained.
Oh God,
That was pretty cool.
came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
and it just bam, it just fucked everyone up, man.
So we just poured some water out, man. It was crazy. Yeah, I let my dog out in the morning, and she comes back and she's got feet prints all over the kitchen. I'm like, hey,
Oh
what the
no!
hell?
What do you think you're doing?
Yeah, I'm like, get out of here. Go back outside.
Our friend of ours, her son Bob. You know Bob, right?
Yep.
So
Andos.
he's like 8 or 9 years old. His mom comes to pick him up from over here at the house, and my mom's like, "Oh yeah, his shoes got all wet. They're soaking wet." She's like, "Why? Did he take them off?" Like, no. We were just walking into Winco, and it was just raining like crazy. And then she's like, "Well, let me guess, because he kept jumping in every little puddle."
Jeez.
It's like, dude, leave him alone.
Yeah.
Jeez, he didn't even do nothing. He's just
Like,
a
geez,
kid.
this one isn't his fault.
Yeah, there's rain everywhere.
Like, yeah, nature had something to do with this one. Okay, God. Actually, speaking of that, I went to go service one of the Wincos, and I had my hood on, and when I'm walking, the wind is blowing my hood back. So first of all, the wind is blowing the rain in my face. So I put my hood on over my face to try and block it, but then the wind just blows my hood off. So now I'm getting more rain in my face, and I walk into the what is it, like the shopping cart area, and they have like a big old fan just, and so as soon as I pass that, my entire front of my sweater is wet, but my back is like completely dry.
Damn,
It was crazy.
that is crazy.
Yeah. So
It's
then
like-
when I'm walking, like I'm getting like kind of like the chills and stuff when I'm walking forward, because that's the only thing that's wet.
Yeah, that's true. Damn, that would like completely suck.
Yeah, it did.
The front all nice and wet, and and behind right nice and dry.
That behind is real dry.
Real dry back there.
Dry back. Okay, so let's get into this workout update.
Ooh. So obviously we just talking about the resolutions and whatnot. For me, I haven't fell off, thankfully. And this past week, I was actually able to drop 2 pounds. So currently, over the past 2 weeks that I've started, I'm at 5 pounds down.
Nice.
And I'm actually nearing the 230s for like the first time in it's been fucking while, man. Like,
Gee.
I guess I'm pretty sure I told this from before, but when I started Amazon last June or July, I think it was July, I was like starting to touch around 280.
Wow.
And then so I started busting out. I was working there and then working 10 hours trying to get used to that. I was still taking my rebuild, amino gin, all that Herbalife good stuff. But I wasn't like fully consistent. I still dropped down to about 247, which was crazy, you know, and like that 247 is where I started actually going in clean and doing my best to be clean or just, you know, eat healthier.
Yeah.
Ever since and be then. So down another 2 pounds, and I'm definitely, you know, looking to continue going.
So since the beginning of the year, grand total?
Did I start at the beginning of the year? What was 2
Well, I mean,
weeks ago?
since we, like you said, we were going to start on the show.
Oh, okay, yeah. So, yeah, it would have been the 3rd of Friday. It would have been the 2nd, actually, a Thursday.
Okay.
Is when I started. So yeah, 5 pounds so far.
Grand total 5 pounds.
Grand total.
Hell yeah, that's
So,
good,
yeah,
man.
I feel good, man. I feel good, and I don't feel like I'm going to be stopping anytime soon either. Because like, you know how sometimes when you're just going, you get that you just kind of like back off sometimes, and you're just not consistent.
But you're what do you call it? Hitting your stride.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you're
feel
getting
like,
in a routine.
Yes, I am. I am. I can't. I will say I'm a little bit tired.
Sure.
I think the one thing that's starting to catch up with me is going to the gym and then going to work, and I think it's catching up to me here later in the week. But again, it's cool because it's just the next wall to break through.
Yep.
And if anybody out there as well, again, we were talking about a lot of people dropped off on those resolutions second week. Listen, if you dropped off this week, don't even sweat it. Just jump back in. You know, you still can do it this week. You can still save that past week and still keep going. It's not like your resolution's over because you decided to have a bad week or whatever.
Yeah.
Keep going. Just keep pushing. It doesn't even matter at this point. The resolution is just a name at this point. It's just a name. What really matters is your hard work and your dedication and just having that mindset of I need to do more, and just getting better. Just getting better as you go along.
As they like to say in the wrestling world, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Damn right.
That's right.
And AEW's winning.
Cool.
So, what about you, Jack? How you doing?
Well, since the beginning of the year, like I said, my goal for this year was to drop 30 pounds. I weighed in, and for a grand total now, I'm down 6 pounds.
Damn.
So I'm 1/5 of the way there.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and like you said, man, like it's taking time to get into like a rhythm. But once you get in the rhythm, like it just kind of becomes a lot easier.
Right.
And I found that the way that like we go to the gym at night, because there's less people, and then because it's all three of us going at the same time.
Yeah.
I think it motivates us more, because if you go by yourself, like you find yourself kind of like trying to stay serious and maybe overthinking like a workout that you're doing or whatever. But I find it that when you go with people, for instance, me, you, and James going, we're talking all the time with just about random stuff, or goofing off, messing around, but we still take, like, when we're in that workout, we still take it seriously.
Right.
And that's what I always like. I like working out without headphones on, because I like to talk to whoever I'm working out with.
For sure.
And I find that everybody likes to seclude themselves in their headphones and like don't even bother talking to anybody.
Right.
And even when I go to the gym by myself, and like say I'm on a cable machine, somebody comes over and asks for a cable, or asks if like one of the stations that I'm next to is being used or not. They don't even talk. They just point at it.
Yeah.
And that's it. I'm like, man, you couldn't have pressed pause for a minute just to say, hey, is anybody on this?
That's true.
It's kind of frustrating when you find just how serious some people are, and how much you find people secluding themselves and turning just the entire world off.
Well, maybe that's just their focus. Like sometimes you got to be super focused to whatever you're doing. Some people aren't very upbeat, or there was that one girl that was in front of us when she was working out, and then she just stormed off or something like that. Remember?
No.
It was yesterday. Yeah, it was just yesterday. We were doing shoulders, and we're at the benches.
Okay.
And then she's like right there in front, and she's like in the mirror doing her thing, and then she just gets mad and like just left.
You know what that is,
Like,
though?
geez.
She's paying more attention to us than she is herself, though.
Probably.
That's kind of her fault.
That's true. No, and I agree, you know, like, but like I said, you know, it's probably her, like, in her nature to just kind of be like, whatever, just seclude herself.
It could be her just like I can't have any distractions.
Yeah, yeah. And these guys are distracting me.
Well, go work out against facing a wall or something. Jesus, don't put a mirror on.
Yeah. God damn.
Stupid.
I'm looking at myself.
Yeah.
I look sexy.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we should get into the next segment. You want to bring it in?
Yes, indeed. And we're going to go into last week's hot take question of the week. So obviously last week we did the hot take question of the week, and it was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Go ahead and repeat it. What was the last week's hot take question of the week?
Of the week?
The
Oh, okay.
week.
It was, if you could have a dick anywhere on your body, where would it be and why?
Oh, so obviously we answered that this past week, and I believe I said my answer was where it's at now, but the most efficient would probably be on your hand.
Yeah.
Or your hands, if you want to have a couple.
Yeah. And then that's where I chimed in on that, and I said, okay, the hands, but I thought it'd be better if they were retractable, like Wolverine.
That's right.
Or if they were like Spider-Man and they just come out of your wrist.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and then you have double Spider-Man dicks. So we put that question on the website and on our social media.
What's the website, by the way?
TheGoodTimesPodcast.com
/question of the week.
Yep. So, like I said, we put that out there for you guys to answer, and we got a couple good answers.
Yeah, we had some really good submissions. So we posted it on here. You posted it on our Instagram.
Yep.
You got some responses there, and
The Good Times Podcast GTP.
That's right.
Or sorry, the Good Times Podcast com. Sorry, the Good Times Podcast GTP is the email.
Why is it com?
Because they wouldn't let us add the dot.
They wouldn't let us add the fucking dot. So let's go over some of these submissions because I read a few of them and they were pretty funny.
Okay, you want to pull up the email?
Yeah. We can go email first then. All right. So the first one here comes from IC Wiener and Big Butts at clapdemcheeks.com. So he said, tell us more. Obviously, where would you want to have your dick and why? He said, imagine if your nose was your dick. A nose boner would equal a noser.
That would suck though, having just a fat dick on your nose.
That's like a Jewish guy right there.
Yeah.
So the
Don't read that.
oh
Don't read the email.
oh no, I'm not gonna read the email. So the first name for this one is Forehead, because that's where it's gonna be. And they were just basically saying their answer was forehead, and they also gave kind of a shout out saying, thanks for making me laugh while waiting in LA traffic, which is super cool. Like that,
Yeah.
just that submission. Like now we have to put out a one of those feedback cards and stuff like that now.
And this comes from my friend Maribel, and she lives in LA. And like I was saying to you when I showed you this, she has like an hour drive to work in the LA traffic.
God.
So thank you, Maribel, for listening and spread the word in LA.
Yeah, Maribel, that's awesome. All right, so the next one up that we have is from Dickinson. Email yobabymama@yahoo.com. I'm only reading it because it's fake.
Yeah.
Tell us more. Why don't I have a penis? That's just the answer. Why don't I have a penis?
Why don't I have a penis?
Well, this is Loveline, and I'm the executioner. And the reason why you don't have a penis, well, I can't answer that because it would be, I guess, religion of scientifically incorrect the way I would tell you.
Maybe they had a tragic accident.
So we have a few more here, but what else do we got?
Well, we have one from our listener, and his name is Ivan. And he said, if I could have a dick anywhere, it would be on my head. So they could call me Dickhead.
Good old Ivan. We already know he's in good hands.
Yeah. And this next one is from RJ. And this one says, the back of my head, like a rat tail.
Something tells me he's already doing that as it is. It's a new trend.
Yeah. There's some crazy haircuts now.
All right, so I also had another one from a friend from my work. I asked her, she put her first name as Special Unicorn, and she basically her answer was my face because I'm a dickhead. So again, we got another dickhead.
We got two dickheads.
Submission there. So a bunch of dickheads are just commenting on our damn questions.
Just dicking off.
Dicking off.
Just whacking and dicking off.
Oh my god. So honestly, those were pretty funny right there.
Yeah.
I like those.
Yeah. So keep the answers coming because this is going to get funnier, especially with new questions that come out.
Yes, the new questions are going to be the best.
We also have a call-in answer.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so this one comes from David.
Mr. David himself. Play the thing!
Are you talking about, like, if I could have my dick anywhere on my body, or are you talking about someone else's dick?
Yours, of course, duh.
Okay, that's why I wanted to know, because I was like, wait a minute. Okay, alright.
Okay, so let me ask the question again, okay?
Okay.
Okay, if you could have a dick anywhere on your body, where would it be and why?
I would have to say my hand,
Okay, why?
because I just feel I would be able to do more, if that makes sense. Like, do more, even more positions, because I'm not very flexible.
Good answer, good answer.
Okay, cool.
Cool, man, thanks.
No problem, bro. Later.
All right, see ya.
No. So I hope that you enjoyed David's answer.
Yeah, good old David.
God damn it, David. So
Jeez.
again, all kinds of dickheads just calling in and
Dicking off.
dicking off.
Okay, so are you ready for this week's question of the week?
I know I'm ready for this week's hot take question of the week.
All right, the question is, if Pokemon were real, which one would you want to have as a pet and why?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yep.
Well, damn, I don't know if I have a question. So I have some favorite Pokemons.
But would they make good pets, though?
Huh?
That's the thing. Like, would they make a good pet?
Right, I absolutely agree. And as I'm thinking about it, the answer is no.
I mean, I love Poliwhirl, but having a giant frog with fists would be a terrible pet.
Imagine having Hitmonlee as like your pet. He's like, hey.
Yo,
Just punch
he
you in
would
the
fuck
mid.
you up at soccer, though. He would fuck you
true.
up in soccer.
So my favorite is Charizard, but if you didn't watch any of the damn episodes or anything like that, I will say that he was the most like untrainable piece of shit you could have, but dude was crazy good.
That guy was a dickhead.
Yeah, he literally has a dick on his head.
Two. He has two
Oh
dicks
yeah,
on his
that's
head.
right. It was the other dude,
Charmeleon.
Charmeleon.
He's got a dick on his head.
He's the one with a dick on his head. So if anything, I would probably have just Charmander as a pet.
Okay.
He's small.
But
and
do you like lizards, though? Because
lizards are cool. And then plus he has fire.
Yeah.
So then if you need something warmed up, you just say, hey, warm it up.
Yeah, that makes
There you
sense.
go. Put some mustard on that, and there you go.
Mustard.
I don't know. What else? I guess you could have Pikachu was pretty loyal for a long time, actually.
Sure.
Then he started talking. So, I mean, that has to give him a pretty big edge right
Now,
there.
I don't know if he started talking. I know in that movie he started talking.
Yeah.
And I remember watching the clip for that. And he says something to Ash like, "Oh, because I love you," and everybody's like, "What the fuck?"
Oh yeah, that was like the Japanese movie or whatever.
But they brought it over to the States.
But that's a different one.
No, it's the same one. It was like Pokemon I Choose You, and it was like basically like a retelling of the first story arc.
The one that I was thinking of is the detective one.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the cartoon one.
At first, yeah, that's the one that they showed in Japan. And they showed that little clip that came out, and he's like, "I love you" or something like that. Everyone's like, "Oh my god!"
Detective Pikachu, though, I haven't seen it yet, which I want to. But see,
Same.
Only that kid can understand Pikachu, though.
Oh, that's true. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if he's your pet, then you would have to be the only
Sure.
kid that. So I think that would also give like a slight edge
To Pikachu.
to Pikachu
Okay.
to being a pet.
Yeah.
Because it's like you can actually talk to this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
How bad would it suck to have like an onyx as a pet?
Oh, geez,
Big old fucking
dude.
rock snake, just ruining your backyard.
First and foremost, I hate snakes. No, I don't hate snakes. But geez, man, like my backyard's already fucking ruined for my dog, and next thing you know, he's gonna be breaking down fucking walls. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be asleep and just hear, what the hell?
For real.
Damn it, Onyx!
Damn it, onyx.
Well, what about you? What, you got anybody good?
Well, I like Magmar, but
Oh no!
I don't even know what Magmar is.
Oh
He's
man!
like part devil, part duck,
Yeah, I was gonna
part
say.
lizard, part. He's got an ass on his head.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's just a big dick devil.
He's who knows what the fuck he is. So
Well, all I know is he's made of Magmar. And
yeah, so he's disqualified just because I don't know what the hell he is.
so basically, he would just walk into your house and just sink right in.
Just light everything on fire.
Yeah, well, I mean, he would light the floor on fire, so there he goes, down to the bottom.
Yeah.
Back to hell.
Yeah, yeah, pretty
Back
much.
to hell where he belongs.
Straight down to hell. I don't know, man, because like it'd be pretty cool to have like a Bulbasaur,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Bulbasaur's
but
pretty cool.
you know, I don't know how everybody feels about having a giant frog, you know, around the house.
Is that what he is?
Yeah, he's like a frog, half dinosaur or
I've
something.
actually never thought about what he is.
Yeah, I mean it makes sense, you know, frog, lizard, and turtle for the starters.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I never really. I mean, just not Pikachu. Pokemon in general. Pokemans in general.
Or as my dad says, Pocono.
Just because he was a NASCAR fan, that's
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, I had never really thought about what they actually are.
Yeah.
What else you got?
And Eevee would be pretty cool.
Eevee would be awesome.
That makes the most sense. I'd probably for like anybody.
Yeah, that's
Big
like
old fluffy fox looking thing.
yeah,
you
for
know?
sure. Anybody that has likes horses can get some Rapidashes.
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
Yeah,
It'd be on
Rapidash
fire
and
all the
Ponyta,
time.
and so yeah.
Yeah, Ponyta. Ponyta.
Man, I don't know. Who else would Oh, it would suck to have like one of the bug Pokemon, like a Beedrill.
Oh god. Digga just come in and just
But can you imagine a giant bee like the height of yourself and it gets pissed off at you because you won't play with it and just pulls out the big old stinger. Shing! Like,
that's where his dick is on.
yeah, he's got 2 dicks on him.
Damn, that's good.
But if I had to pick one overall as a pet, I think I would pick Mewtwo.
Ooh, a Mewtwo?
Yeah, because telepathically you can talk to each other.
I don't really remember his temperament. Wasn't he kind of like
kinda pissed.
Charizard?
He was kind of pissed off.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wasn't he kind of like disobedient like all the time? Well, 'cause
he was
lone
like
wolf.
his own dude.
Yeah, I was
so,
gonna
mean,
say
So I mean, you know, if you could just make friends with him, I guess that'd be pretty cool.
that's true. He's probably like the guy that like he's probably the only Pokemon that could be a trainer. Like
Pretty much. Well,
like
he was in the first movie. He cloned Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise,
okay.
and then he sent them out and said,
Okay.
"Fuck them up," you know.
Yeah, that makes sense then. So yeah, there you go.
Fuck it. I'll just be friends with Mewtwo.
Yeah.
I mean, he can clone Pokemon. Who knows what else he could do?
Imagine having a Moltres just lying around.
Oh,
Flying around.
Fuck it. I hate birds, dude.
Okay, well, what about a Pidgey? A Pidgey would be cool.
No way, dude. They'd be shitting all over the house. What are you talking about?
But they're so cute.
Same thing with like a Rattata. Like a Rattata would just
Oh
be
God.
chewing your door or
Oh,
fucking
fucking Rattatas.
messing up your cabinets.
No, now I don't know too much about the other generation Pokemon. Is there any other generation Pokemon that you'd have as pets or anything like that?
Yeah, in Generation 7, they have one called Litten, and he's like a fire cat.
Okay.
So I'm a cat person.
Oh
so,
yeah, that's right.
I would get Litten, because then when he evolves into Torracat, which is like a bigger cat.
So you're saying that you would get Litten.
Lit. Oh, totally. Yeah, so like Litten would be cool, and then Torracat, and then when he evolves into his final form, because he's the starter,
Okay.
one of the starters, his name is fuck, the name's escaping me now. Fuck, I don't remember his name. But anyway,
The Rock Johnson.
no, fuck. Anyway, he's a big wrestler cat. and like he's a big fire wrestler cat.
Isn't he in he's in Super Smash, right?
Yes.
It starts with the M, like he's like named like Madagascar.
Incineroar.
There you go. Incineroar. Okay.
I don't know how I got that from Madagascar.
maybe just you just got it from Super Smash and just thought of
Perhaps, yeah, Incineroar. And he's about like the same height as like you would be, so like a big old fucking cat dude walking around, like protecting you.
Yeah,
that'd be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. I agree.
Especially because you get all those years of him, being in his other evolutions.
True.
Just palling around and cuddling with him or whatever, being a regular cat.
Okay.
But with fire, And all of a sudden he turns into this big old fucking buff dude, and you're just like, hell yeah, let's go fucking people up.
Fuck some people.
Let's go rob people.
Until someone pulls out a hose. No!
Yeah, I was like, oh god.
So
summertime's terrible.
I'm gonna do so I went ahead and opened up my Pokemon Go. So I'm gonna do a rapid fire. I'm just gonna ask you some Pokemon that I have on here. Just tell me yes or no for pets.
Okay.
All right.
That's great.
First one, Abra.
No. He'd be disappearing on you all the time.
All right, Arbok.
Arbok. Oh, fuck snakes. Jarbaka.
All right, Arcanine.
Definitely.
That would be awesome.
Big fucking fire dog. Hell yeah.
A Barboach.
No. Fuck fish.
Bellsprout.
No. I just throw him
Butterfree.
in the garden. Butterfree? No. He'd be putting your ass to sleep all the time.
How about a Cacnea?
Cacnea? Janet would probably like a Cacnea.
That's true. I forgot about
She's
that.
a cactus lady.
All right, Caterpie.
No, I'd probably step on it.
Chansey.
Oh, dude, Chansey would be such a help around the house.
Oh,
Are you
that's
kidding
true.
me? Wash your dishes, and then if you're sick, it'll take care of you.
How about Cubone?
Yeah, I'd take a Cubone. He'd probably be pretty fun to play like baseball with his bone.
How about Diglett?
Oh, dude, Diglett would fuck your fucking floor up, dude. He'd just pop up. Diglett, I'm like, hey.
How about Dodrio?
No, fuck birds.
Fuck birds. How about Dratini?
I guess. I mean, they take forever to evolve, but yeah, I'll take one.
Ooh, how about a Ghastly?
Okay, now Ghastly would be kind of scary because
It would be scary.
imagine
It'd be cool.
nighttime. It just like morphs in from your wall, and then it comes in. You just see these giant ass eyes staring at you. Like,
But real quick, what if like he's like your son and you just see him like merge into the wall and you're like, hey, where you been all night? I was in the other room. I don't know, man.
there's an episode of Pokemon where Ghastly is like able to like disguise himself as people and stuff.
Oh, I remember that
So
one.
like, fuck that, dude.
There you
It'd be
go.
hella scary.
You're like, Grandma? Oh, no. Next one, Geodude.
Oh yeah, he'd be a good help around the house too. Plus he
True.
floats, so he won't like fuck up your floor when he's dragging himself.
There you go. How about Grimer?
Oh god, dude, no way. He probably stinks.
All right, next one, Houndor.
Houndor. That's another big fucking dog. Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
take it.
I
I mean,
think
he's like
Houndor-
devil dog, but still.
Houndor would be cool. What about Jigglypuff?
No, he'd be putting your ass to sleep too.
Oh, hell yeah. What about Kangaskhan?
Oh, that'd be scary. Because what if he gets pissed off? But it's basically
yeah.
two Pokemon in one though. Because you get the baby one. Yeah.
And just break everything. What about a Kakuna?
You might as well get a football.
There you go. Use Harden.
You might as well just put some eyes on your football.
All right, next one, Coughing.
I was just doing that right now, so I don't need that.
I don't need that motherfucker. Let's go with Lickitung.
Oh, no way, dude. It'd probably be like more of a pet for a girl.
Machop.
A chop?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be pretty good. He can help me chop down some trees.
And there you go. Magikarp.
Fuck fish.
Fuck.
Even though he turns into Gyarados, fuck it.
What about Meowth?
Oh, of course. Especially when he evolves a Persian, a super big ass cat. That'd be fun. You could ride it.
I know you said you hated birds, so this one's next. Murkrow.
Oh, jeez, that's even worse because it's a crow.
I was gonna say he's
Crow
like
just,
he's like the shadiest motherfucking looking Pokemon
yeah,
of all of them.
he looks
dude.
like he's just ready to snitch on you.
How about any of the Nidoran, Nidorinos, Nidorinas?
I would take a Nidoking.
Okay, Nidoking would be cool. Let's see what else we got. We talked about Onyx.
Yeah.
How about how about a Persian?
Of course.
That'd be awesome.
Absolutely.
Persian would be awesome to have. And let's see, we talked about Pikachu. Poly World we talked about.
Man, as much as I like the guy, nope.
Oh, how about a Psyduck? Psy-yi-yi.
I don't know. Like, he'd probably piss you off.
Oh, God.
Just walking around, sigh.
I got a Sableye.
Sableye. Oh, no, the little gremlin guy? Yeah, no way.
Yeah, he looks awesome.
He looks like he's up to no good.
Hell yeah, that's why he's awesome. What about a Scyther?
Oh, dude. You better be prepared to get stabbed. That's all I gotta say.
How about a Slowpoke?
Slowpoke? No, dude, he'd piss you off worse than Psyduck.
Slow.
How
about Snorlax? That guy will do shit.
You better learn to play a Pokeflute, man.
Yeah, you're not going to wait that guy to do
no
shit.
Way, and he's going to eat all your shit.
I was going to say, what happens when you wake him up? Nothing.
Just leave him asleep.
What about a Staryu?
Oh, I would take a Staryu. Staryu's badass.
Okay. What about a Tauros?
Oh, no way, dude. I'd eat it. He'd probably make a good hamburger.
How about a Vulpix?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'd take a Vulpix.
All right. And last but not least, how about a Zubat?
Fuck Zubat, dude. This isn't Mount Moon. I'm not taking no stupid bat.
Oh, my God. That's great.
A bat.
That's great.
A bat. Get out of here.
Fucking Zubat.
Stupid bat.
You just see, like, wake up and there's just, like, a fucking cone, like, right above you. What the fuck? Oh, yeah, I forgot I had a Zubat. Jeebus.
So, okay, well, we're going to get on to our next segment, which is called...
The GTP Conversation.
That's right. And this week, we have on my new wife, Janet.
Your new wife?
Yeah. Well, it's less than a year, still new.
That's true, that's true.
Same thing with a car. When you get a car, it could be like 6 months, and somebody would be like, oh, you got a new car. Hey.
Someone's going to get offended by that.
I guess so. Fuck them.
All right, listen on in. This is the GTP Conversation.
So this is Almanac Jack, and joining me for the first time ever on our show is my new wife, Janet. Janet, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Can't complain.
Can't complain? Well, that's good. So you just got done doing your nails a little while ago. What were you doing?
Yeah, I was doing some mixing, with some glitters that I had, and since I have new, I got some like stackable jars.
Yeah. So
I wanted to give it a try, and they're pretty cool. I really like them.
What do you mean mixing? What were you mixing?
Some glitters.
Oh, so you're making your own concoctions?
Yeah, kinda. Just putting a little bit more stuff in it, and than whatever I have.
Oh, okay. How long you been doing nails for? Like seriously, because you dabbled in it for a little while, and then like you kind of stopped or whatever. Like you kind of go back and forth between hair and nails, but like now you're more into the nails. So how long has it been like serious nails?
I think ever since I took that class.
The Valentino class?
The Valentino class.
Do you remember when that was? Because it was last year sometime, right?
Yeah, but I don't remember.
Probably in the middle of the year. Well, you got your certificate right there. What's it say? Does it have the date on there?
No, but it's like...
that's
I
okay.
had a picture
Whatever.
of it.
You got a certificate. That's all that matters. And you're doing nails.
Yeah, right. I know. Well, it's about roughly about 5 months. Seriously?
Yeah.
Like taking the time to actually educate myself and...
Building your clientele too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's cool. So as you know, the last episode I talked about us in our shenanigans getting married, and just all the craziness that happened. Tell us like in a short version about like your dress, like how it made you feel.
It made me feel very nervous.
Yeah.
Just because, what if I don't have a freaking dress and I go naked?
Shit, you're not gonna go naked. Well, besides, anyway, you were gonna get a dress anyway, but we didn't know that until like, maybe 2-3 weeks, and I called and I said, to the lady, like, what's gonna happen if you don't get the dress? And
I think 2 weeks before the freaking wedding. I swear.
Yeah, because they kept telling you to hold on. It's a simple dress and it'll be here soon, whatever. And it's like, well, how closer do you want to cut this thing? Because wedding's like right here already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I went to that. Well, like you guys were saying, I went to the to that lady to go fix it and stuff, and she was really good. I mean, I really recommend anybody who is looking to something done with their dress, just because if it doesn't fit them.
What was her name again? Like Maria or?
I think her name was Maria. Yeah.
Cuca or something? I don't know.
Oh my god. No.
Dolores.
Oh my goodness. No. But yeah, I mean, she did a really good job, and she really did took a lot of that stress away from me.
And at a fraction of the price.
Yeah, but there is a funny story behind that.
What? Tell it.
Right now?
Yeah. Because if it's a story I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even know either until I freaking put on the damn dress.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
So when I was getting ready and I put on my dress, everything was good. You know, my friend Dorley, she tightened my lace from the back, and then until we went into the car, into my dad's truck, and then
this is the wedding day.
Yeah, the wedding day.
Okay.
And so, oh my gosh, dude, I was trying to get in the back seat and I couldn't. I could not bend. I was like suffocating in that damn dress, dude. I was literally stuck pretty much. So then my dad's like, "Oh, get into the front." I don't think I ever told you.
No.
I was like, get into the front seat. And I'm like, okay. Dude, I was about to cry. I was like, Dad, I can't fit. And then Yvonne's over here trying to hold my train and shit. I'm like, I can't go in. And so my dad's like, hurry up and get in. I was like, I can't. And so he's like, well, get in the front. And so I went to the front.
It's better than throwing you in the back of the truck.
Pretty much. That was our last resort.
They could just tie you down.
Yeah. And so
like a Christmas tree.
So we went over there, and then I went in the front. Dude, I had to literally lean the whole chair back.
Really?
Not the chair, the
back
seat.
the back part of the seat, yeah.
Yeah, the front seat. I had to lean it all the way back. My mom took a picture of me, and I seen it, and I was so.
Oh, you gotta show me that picture.
Dude,
I want to see it. Just because I want to see your face, because I know you gotta.
Oh, she didn't take a picture of my face. She took a picture from the back of my head and whatever. But I was hella suffocated. Yes, dude. I literally thought I was in a coffin or something, but not that I know how a coffin feels. But yeah, so.
Well, you gotta show me the picture then.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so that happened, right? That's the way to church.
Yeah.
And then, I was fine. I was breathe. Dude, I couldn't even breathe. I was literally taking small breaths because the dress felt so tight. But I didn't know, right? I mean, I didn't know. So
yeah. Did it feel that way when she
the lady did it?
Yeah, when you went to her house to go pick it up and try it on?
It didn't feel that snug. It didn't, but maybe because I don't know. It felt tight, but not to a point where I couldn't breathe. But I think it was because I was sitting down now instead of standing up. Standing up, I was fine. Yeah. So
either that or Dorley tightened the shit out of it.
No. And so I was like, man. So that's why we did the whole change of instead of getting the chair, because they gave me a chair, they put me in the side.
Oh, for the ceremony.
Yeah, and they were waiting for you or whatever. And then we were out on the side, and then they're like, "Oh, go ahead and sit down." And I was like, "Okay." I'm over here trying to sit down. I couldn't even sit down.
Sit down. I can't.
Yeah, I literally said that. I'm like, I can't sit down.
So that's why we switched to kneelers?
Yep.
So it's your fault we had to kneel for a half hour?
Pretty much.
Jeez.
Well, I couldn't sit down. All you want me to sit on my butt and I can't get up. I'm like, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Where's your life alert button?
Oh my God. No, but yeah, so that. And then, so throughout the whole day, I was so uncomfortable. I even broke my damn nail.
Yeah, I know.
For putting up the dress. So
I think we got a picture of that too, in the pro pictures we took.
I think so.
With our hands in the ring or whatever.
No, actually, that was.
Oh, you hit it, huh?
No, I was before. I didn't have it. I still had my nail.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but yeah, I couldn't freaking sit down. That was the worst thing.
Yeah, and then you broke another nail on our honeymoon.
Yeah, both
at Disneyland. Mm-hmm. How'd you break it at Disneyland?
I think I was touching the rails to go on the Star Wars thing.
Star Tours or the new one, the Galaxy's Edge?
I think the new one. I think you haven't been in there either. So
No, I'd never been. They barely opened it.
Yeah, so I think it was no. It was the ride.
They're both rides.
Well, not the okay. So the old one then, because the new
Star
one,
Tours.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was the old one. So then I was just like touching my hand, like little green, damn railing, and it just like caught. Yeah,
snapped off, right?
Mm-hmm. That one hurt.
Hey, at least you left a memento.
I know. I left my stone there. I was like, bye.
They're gonna be at Disneyland for a long time.
I know. I don't know if they cleaned it up.
I don't know. You never know. Well, remember I left the moco over there at Disney.
Yeah, cochino. I know you did. I know you did.
I left the moco at Mickey Mouse's house.
Gross. Yeah, it's taking forever.
Well, that's
man.
what he gets for making us wait for like 2 hours.
And then just one picture.
Yeah, no, not 2 pictures, but from like the same angle though.
Yeah.
But we got to watch cartoons though.
That's true, and they're really cool.
They're pretty good.
They're
Yeah,
not bad.
yeah. I mean, they got me to watch them.
Mhm.
So, what else? What else did you like about the honeymoon? Because we went to Disneyland and we stayed for what, 2 days, 3 days?
Like 2.5.
2 days, 3 nights.
Because I think we stayed the night there, and then it was one day, and then
Because we went to we got there, and then we went to downtown Disney, and we ate where? Tortilla Joe's.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah.
Dude, that place was so good.
Yeah, that place was bomb.
It was
Just
really-
the salsa
I
was
know.
so good.
We got hooked from this, and then they were making the guacamole.
Yeah,
Like
the molcajete. Yeah,
Yes, that's how you know it was a good.
and it was a black lady too that did it.
Was it?
Yeah, she was like,
I thought
shoot,
she was-
you know
I
that
thought she
you know it's no, she was black.
Really?
Yeah, it's like that's how you know it's good if they're teaching like those kind of people like that aren't even Mexican to make some good ass salsa.
I know. It was really good.
As David would say, quality ingredients.
It was a really good restaurant. I really liked it.
Yeah. Plus they had the old ladies in there making tortillas.
Yeah.
That was legit because they were wearing like the little aprons and everything too that you see on TV. So they're hella good. And then we went to Disneyland the day after.
Mhm.
And
That
that
was
was your
really
first
cool.
time at Disneyland. How'd you like it?
I liked it. It was a lot. Well, not that I've ever been there, but it's really nice. And like how I didn't want to wake up. I was like, nah, I want to sleep more.
Yeah.
And you're like, get up, because we're not gonna have all day.
Yeah.
Sure enough, we didn't have all day because we got damn wet. That stupid Splash Mountain. Never again.
Yeah, never again. We went on Splash Mountain, and that was the last ride we were going to do because they brought back the electric light parade. And that was the last ride we were going to go to, and then we're going to head over to the town square to go watch the parade. So we get on Splash Mountain, and they must have had extra water in there or something. Either that, or there's just a bunch of fat people in the thing with us, and because we went down, and the very first dip, the water went over the boat.
I know.
And like covered my shoes. And I'm like, oh hell no, I don't
told
remember
you,
this.
I was like, can I get off? I was like, I do not want to get wet.
Yeah, because I don't remember it being that much. And that was just the first dip.
Yeah.
And then you go through the second one,
Oh,
and then
no.
that one got my shorts and my keys
Your
and my
keys.
wallet, and I was
Wallet.
concerned that my keys wouldn't work for the car because
Yeah.
electronics and water don't mix. And so then when we finally got we got to the very tippy top and we did the final thing, the water went over my head. And I was in the front row.
I'm surprised I didn't. I think I probably got it in my face and everything. I got it all over my hair. Man, I was wearing a white shirt too.
Yeah.
Dang.
Hell yeah.
But I don't think no, but you didn't see anything. It was really thick. My Toy Story shirt. But I even brought my bag, and my bag was all wet. And
Did the
then-
inside get wet too?
Yeah, I had to clean when we got back to the hotel.
Jeez.
And then, dude, my popcorn. That's
Oh.
some good ass popcorn.
Yeah, we bought it was Halloween time, so we bought a pumpkin shaped, or a Mickey Mouse shaped pumpkin that had popcorn in it. And so we went on the ride, and it came with the lanyard so you could wear it. So Janet's wearing it, and when we got to the big splash of water, all the water went inside of the pumpkin and ruined all that popcorn.
It was so bad. I was like, oh, I don't think it got it. I told you. I was like, I don't think it
Yeah.
got it, but it did.
Yeah, and what made it worse too is that it's all buttery,
I
so
know.
there's like buttery water in there. So it's all greasy and slimy.
We can clean it, but it was so hard because there's no,
I didn't clean it until I got home because
Mm-hmm.
we didn't have any dish soap.
Yeah.
Nothing to degrease it with.
It was hella buttery and greasy.
Hell yeah, that sucked. I was all disappointed, man. Well, not just because of that, but because we didn't get to see the parade.
I know, and then not that. I mean, we wanted to see the parade. It was just cold after night.
All of a sudden, it got windy,
It got windy and cold, and then we didn't even go to the Pirates
Nipples
of the Caribbean.
popping out everywhere.
Oh my god, we didn't even go to the Pirates of the Caribbean
Or Indiana Jones. We had to walk through that because it was all wet.
Oh, the Haunted Mansion.
Well, there's no way we would have gotten there.
I know, that shit was long.
That line was probably like at least a 2.5 hour line. There's no way we would have gotten there.
I know, we should have went earlier.
I know.
If I was sleeping.
Yeah, I blame you. Ruined the whole honeymoon just because you had to sleep somewhere.
Why not?
So what was your favorite part of the honeymoon?
Just kidding. I think I can't really say what's my favorite because pretty much everything was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
We got to eat at Bubblegum Shrimp for the first time, which I really liked it.
Well, that was your first time. I'd been there.
First time, yeah. Got my cup, my seat.
Oh, that light up one, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. That thing's cool. It still works.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I turned it on the other day just to test it out. What'd you get over there anyway?
I got
The shrimp.
the steak. No, it was who was it? It was something about Forrest Gump's daily catch, or like when he's off getting shrimp. It's like his meal when he comes back home or something like that. It's like all kinds of like shrimp and popcorn shrimp.
It's not his real meal in the
I know,
in the
but
show.
that's
or
what
the
it
movie,
says.
sorry.
That's what it says on the menu.
Nobody knows what he ate.
I know, that's what I said.
They
I'm
never
like,
showed Forrest eating anything other than chocolate in the whole movie.
That's true. I know, right?
Yeah, so this guy just doesn't eat. He runs forever, but he doesn't eat.
I know.
It's all those people from Alabama. From Greenbow, Alabama. That's what it is. So, last part, and then we're going to wrap it up. We were talking earlier about your funny nicknames that you had growing up. So, what were they?
Well,
start from the beginning. Like, what was the one you had first?
From day one. No.
Day one.
My
Sleepy?
sister. No, I'm surprised they didn't name me Sleepy. I guess I didn't sleep that much when I was little.
What happened? You do now?
I know. No, but my sister, she called me Gallegos. I don't know why, but yeah.
I mean, you don't know why.
I know. I'm just saying. She called me Giggles, and then my older sister, she had like a little group, in high school. And then we were going to take photos and stuff. And
and they were like, hey, we all got Chola names, so you need one too?
No. Actually, I think I picked my own.
Uh-oh.
But, no. Okay. Way back. Okay, so there was Giggles when I was, Thug Life. And, and then the next one was when I barely got my first MySpace. No, MySpace or Facebook?
Well, MySpace came way before Facebook.
I know. So I think it was probably MySpace.
Okay.
What?
Well, because you could change your name on there.
Yeah.
Everybody did.
I think it was, yeah. It was MySpace. Yeah, because Facebook wasn't. So it was MySpace. So then I named myself, because I used to like the nerd candy. Mm-hmm. So I named myself Baby Nerds.
Baby Nerds? Oh my gosh.
And then from there, it was Candy Apple, because of the little clique that my sister had. And then
were they all apples too, or
no?
Were they all different candies?
They're different. They were different. I forgot what Bronca was. Dang it! I should have told her. But no, yeah. Mine was Candy Apple, and then I was like a freshman. Yeah, I was a freshman in high school. Mm-hmm. And then
everybody had dumb names back then too.
Yeah, so I called myself Candy Apple and whatever. We made shirts and we took pictures, and Yvette was included in there too. And we made her a shirt. And so from there, I started to become really emo. I mean, I was already kind of emo and punk rockish, so I put myself as Rotten Apple.
Rotten Apple?
Yep.
Jeez, turned heel.
And then from there, I was listening to all kinds of
Did you like Sour Apple? Didn't you say that too?
No, I don't think I was. I think it was just Rotten Apple. And then from there
just rotten.
just rotten inside.
Yep.
And then from there, I listened to a lot of rockabilly music, and I just loved the whole victory rolls and like hairstyles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I made myself I heard a band, and their song, it was Graveyard Queen.
Oh my gosh.
So I named myself Graveyard Queen from there.
Jeez.
And that was it.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Yeah, I think so.
What are you now?
Just Janet.
Just Janet?
La Janet.
La Janet?
Yeah.
The hyena?
Yeah, hyena.
That's what I call you. Oh, yeah, because I could hear your laugh from like 3 houses down.
No.
Yes. Yeah.
What's your nickname?
Oh,
Oh, shoot.
well, in the MySpace days, I really liked Randy Orton, so I was Legend Killer Sal. And then, for some reason, I was like King Sal.
What the heck?
Yeah.
King
Yeah.
Huta? Who's that?
Huh?
King Huta?
King who?
King Huta.
Who's that?
I don't know.
King Huta?
I just made it up. I don't know.
I like it.
Okay.
But I don't remember really too much in high school. For some reason, James and Mario and Spencer, they called me the Sage.
The Sage?
The Sage? Yeah. Oh, because I was carrying around a fucking walking stick.
Oh my
and I was
gosh.
like making it look like I had like a wizard staff.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, you're like an old sage. And so they called me the Sage for a little bit.
Oh, I don't know.
But being a kid, though, they, let's see. My mom always called me Chow. I think somebody called me Weep.
What the heck?
I think it might have been Uncle Dave. He might have been calling me Weep.
Hmm.
And then,
Why did they call you Chowie again?
I have no idea. Oh, I guess it was because I couldn't say Sal Sanchez, so I was Chow Sanchez.
Aww.
Yeah, so then I think that's it.
So this day, they still call you Chowie.
Yeah, they do.
And
Yeah.
you still respond. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Well, they used to call me because Yvette and Yvonne and stuff, they couldn't know, they didn't know how to pronounce my name, like Janet, so they called me Nanette.
okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
So I came like Nanette, you know?
yeah. Well, I used to call my cousin Jeanette. I used to call her Yanette.
Mm.
So, I mean, it's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or like Renee, and just call her Nay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Dominic. I don't know how I got Dealey out of Dominic.
I know.
I don't know how I got that one.
Oh, I think because his first name's D and then his last name's Amar, so D Lee.
But that's L.A., though. There's no E in Lamar.
D Lee. Oh, that is true. L-E.
No,
Where
it's...
would you get that L?
I don't know where the E's came from.
Mm-hmm.
E.
You probably forgot your
I guess so. I don't know. I had all kinds of dumb stuff when I was a kid.
But it makes sense, though.
Yeah, it does. It makes sense. So, okay. Well, thanks for the interview. Where can they find you for nail stuff?
Well, thanks for having me, I guess.
I guess so.
I guess so. I hope so.
Where can they find you for your nail stuff?
For my nail stuff, if you want to check out my page, it is Beauty Duo, DUO _J. And yeah, click follow
and see all the nail stuff that she's creating, right?
yeah, pretty much.
Okay. And if they want to maybe...
You know, if you want to follow me on TikTok, you know,
Yeah,
I'm just saying same thing.
same thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, shoot, before we finish, your TikTok's like kind of blowing up.
I know, it's weird.
How many followers did you get that one day? That one night you were telling me?
So I posted just a video that I made when I was at work, and then my followers were, I probably had like around 8 followers.
Okay.
And that whole day, since like I went to sleep and I woke up again, it was like almost 300.
Just that day?
That's that whole day.
Yeah.
And then right now I'm at 480.
Dang, look at you.
Yeah.
Popular.
Popular. No, but yeah, I was like, what the heck? That's so cool. But I mean, it was mostly little kids, but it's something.
Hey, followers are followers.
I know.
Because then, is it the same thing like Twitter where if you like it, like it'll like retweet itself, you know? Does TikTok work that way? Can you share stuff?
you can share stuff to certain people.
Oh, gotcha.
Or share it in your profile, or you can do like it's like this one thing. It's called For Your Page. It's like, I guess for the popular people, I don't know. Like once you open the TikTok app, and then you start scrolling, it's like right there.
That's the first thing.
It's kind of the first.
Oh, okay.
thing.
That's like Twitter. It's like a pinned tweet. Like if you have a tweet, you could pin it to the very top where, you know, a lot of people right now are doing the whole Australia fire thing. So they pin their tweet saying, hey, like, here's my link to go donate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's probably the same thing then. So, okay, cool. Yeah. Well, thanks for the interview.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
And we're back. Back here on the Good Times podcast. We really hope that you enjoyed that interview, because I know I did, because I had to edit it or whatever. Edited it.
And I had to do the interview, so.
So, Jack, I know that you listened to that interview because, well, once again, you did the interview.
I was there.
I was there.
When they crucified my Lord.
So, obviously, once again, this past week, not obviously once again, but this past week, we were talking about a lot of your wedding stuff, the fiasco and whatnot. Janet as well in this past interview just broke it all down. But with all the wedding stuff going on, I have some questions for you. So this basically is going to be questions for a married guy.
Which is me.
Yeah. So if you're a married guy...
I fall under that category.
So if you're a married guy and you want to follow along with the questions as well, all you have to do is just email us at our Gmail at goodtimespodcastgtp@gmail.com.
That's right.
And you can follow along, send in your answers if you'd like. Even if you're a married woman, you can do the same. It doesn't really matter to me.
Sure, just change a couple words up.
Yeah. Yeah. So the very first question for you, Mr. Almanac Jack, the very first question is, what kind of fulfillment did marriage bring to your life?
Relief. Fuck, man. After all the shit that happened to us, relief.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. Relief that it was, that all that bad stuff was behind us. Relief that we finally got through it. And the day went perfect. Like, the day went by so smooth. But everything before that was just insane. And I think that it was so smooth because, like, we went through all of that bumpy road. So, like, now we're just like, fuck it, bring it on. Like, we know something's going to happen, but nothing happened.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true.
So,
obstacles.
Yeah, relief.
You gotta break through those glass ceilings.
Yeah, but see, you can't just go like this. You gotta cone and then a fist.
All right, and that brings me to my next question. Did it feel like, or I guess not did it, but has it felt like you've been married all along?
For about the past 2 years, ever since I proposed to her.
Okay.
Because, I mean, we were already living together. And, I mean, we always never really, like, would show up with, like, oh, yo, I just bought this $500 thing, you know?
Oh, okay.
So it's like, it would always be a way where we're like, oh, hey, like, I'm going to buy this. Like, okay, can you afford it? If you can, go ahead. Like, we never would buy anything expensive without each other anyway. And then we would always, like, just conversate on stuff and get the other person's perspective before really doing anything. Not even just money wise, but, you know, just making like a career choice or something like that.
Right.
So it would kind of not really make a difference to us whether, like, we were married or not, or whether, like, we're married now and living together, because we already did that, basically.
Yeah.
So it's basically the same. It feels the same, just more bills.
Okay. More bills.
Yeah.
Ugh. All right. So next one that we got. What new challenges have you faced as a person and as a couple?
As a person, catching up. Actually, this can go for both, really. Both of us catching up. Because of when we got married, it was September.
Okay.
So right after that is Halloween, which kind of gives you like a month to kind of settle down and whatever. And right after that is Thanksgiving.
Oh, man.
And of course, since we got a new house, everybody's like, "Whoa, we're gonna go over for Thanksgiving to your house. We're gonna fuck up your stuff." so we ended up having that. and then right after that's Christmas, and then it's the same thing of you're not paying for food and dishes. This time you're paying for a shit ton of presents and
Oh man.
all that stuff. So, and then right after that we had New Year's, and everybody came over for New Year's, which was amazing. But now that it's the middle of January, it's where we're trying to catch up and be at a place to where we're comfortable. And like we're not really having to worry about anything. I mean, I don't really worry about anything anyway, but still, like, it would cause worry for somebody else probably.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Super cool. So, so as a married person, as a married guy, do you feel you have to wear different clothes or different shoes now that you're married? Now that you're an old guy?
Now that I'm an old guy. You know what's funny? Chris Rock has something to say about this, where he's like, you know what's crazy? When you're single, no girl wants to talk to you at all. But when you get in a relationship, it's like it seems like every girl comes out and starts calling you and wants to message you. And the reason is because the girl takes you in, cleans you up, puts some nice clothes on you, gave you a lifesaver to give you some good breath, and now everybody wants you. So, on my side, like, I've worn the same clothes forever. Like, not the same like exact shirt or whatever, but like the same.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, same style, and I don't think I've ever had to really change my clothes. I mean, obviously, have different clothes for gym, Christmas, work, those kind of different clothes. But other than that, like, I've been pretty comfortable in my clothes forever.
Yeah.
And as far as shoes, dude, I don't give a fuck about shoes.
New Balance, Adidas, Jordans, fucking Champions. Give a damn.
I don't give a fuck.
Give me
dude.
shoes.
Yeah. I've never worn a pair of Vans.
Really?
Ever.
They're just flat-footed.
I know, and I probably wouldn't like that.
You would not like it.
Yeah.
I've had some.
Sound like
Vans
a
for
horse
while.
running down the street, probably. I got big feet, dude. So like, I would probably sound terrible.
And they're flat too. So you just
I do have flat feet. Yeah. So you might as well fucking call me fucking Ponyta.
call you Flatfoot.
Yeah.
All right, next one up we have. Do you feel like you have to do you feel like you have to act a different way now that you're married?
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'd still talk the same shit and do the same shit that from like the first time that I met her, and I'm pretty sure you've seen it. Like, I still talk the same with you guys that I do when I'm with her, or whether you guys are around and she's in the other room. Like, it doesn't matter.
Right.
So yeah,
That's super cool. Super cool.
and I think that's the thing that really like defines like a good relationship. Like, why would you have to act a certain way with your friends as opposed to when you're with your significant other? Because if you have to do that, you're still technically hiding something. You're hiding like your real person.
Right.
Because when you're with your friends, you don't have to worry about going home with them and living with them, making decisions with them. And when you're with your partner, it's different, because they shouldn't have to worry about like, oh, do they really think like this, or do they really feel this way about that? As opposed, if you and I were living together, I mean, we would just talk shit all the time and it wouldn't really matter, But then, since her and I have a house, like, we don't really have to think about like what we're going to think about the other thing.
Yeah.
It's easier that way.
Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense. that works. So, all right, so the next question is, it's a big one too. Kids.
It's a big one.
Kids. Have y'all discussed it? And if so, have you discussed how many?
Yeah, we have discussed it. And depending on how the career choices we go, depending on how the career choices go this coming year, we might be trying to have kids.
Oh, shit.
As far as how many, she wants a big family. And see, I come from a family where it's just me and my brother. Mm-hmm. From my cousins, it's 2 of them. And then the other cousins, it's 3 of them. And then from her side of the family, one of her sisters has 5 kids. The other one has 3 now. Okay. So, honestly, I'm cool with like 3, 4. That's cool with me, and she's about the same. She wants 5. But, I mean, anywhere between 3 and 5, I think, is cool. I mean, depending on how many rooms we have and whether there's boys, girls,
Oh yeah.
Because that makes a difference. If you have two boys or two girls, you could throw them in the same room.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
If you have a boy and a
Only one
girl,
room.
fuck.
Yeah,
You're
that's
gonna have to put that line like through the room. It's like, don't cross them on my room.
unless they're twins. Then you can put them in the same room.
Well, that would kind of suck though too, because if one's a boy and one's a girl, that would kind of suck.
I mean, all the twins that I've ever seen, even if they're like the opposite sex, usually stay in the same room because they have kind of the
They got that
the
weird
connection,
bond, yeah.
You know what I mean? The connection. We were born at
Yeah.
the same time, and blah blah blah, this and that. I mean, I know that it goes for kind of the twins in general. Do you or Janet happen to have any type of twin history?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. My I think it's my grandpa from my dad's side was a twin.
Oh.
And then somebody else was a twin in my family, but I can't remember. And then on her side, I want to say it's either her mom and one of her brothers or her sister and one of the brothers are twins.
Okay.
And then somebody had twins like recently too, and it was like, oh shit, like it kind of passes into like my gene pool because like like it skips every so often.
Yeah.
So like it would be like where it's both of us are like highly likely to have twins.
Gotcha. Damn.
Yeah, as long as you don't come out like Octomom or fucking anything like that,
There's, I mean,
pops out the four tops or something,
The only way that would actually end up happening is using like fertility and stuff like that, like the fertility drugs.
Oh,
That's the
for
only
sure.
way that ever happened,
Yeah.
They probably just did it just to get a show out of it too.
Yeah, I mean, look how I mean, birth rate in general is pretty low.
Yeah.
And then having a birth rate of twins is like super low. Triplets happens, but I mean,
Yeah.
not very much.
No, I don't even think that's like genetic. It's like it just happened. Like,
Yeah, it's like freak accident. Yeah,
yeah, for sure. And anything above that, goddamn, you're just trying way too hard now.
just having litters of kids.
Yeah. Litters of All right, next question. We have any future plans?
About what?
So we'll talk about any trips planned.
Yeah, we might go to Mexico this Christmas. So, so come December, you might want to have to look for a new co-host because I might get my head chopped off, depending on how things go.
Just don't go around wherever El Chapo's son was at.
Yeah, I don't know where the hell that was, but if I see a fucking Chevy Silverado rolling up next to me, I'm jumping out the car.
I'm gone.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm only traveling during the day. I'm not traveling at night. No way.
It's funny that because I always hear like kind of like stuff about Mexico where it's either like really good or it's like really bad, like my mom was telling me when she had went with her boyfriend Lupe last year, it was like everything was like so much different. How she gets there and there's just like in the very middle of the town that they were in, it's just like a church, and surrounding it is all the everybody in that village, I guess you can call it, or town or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And everybody's just running around, like all the kids running around, no supervision or anything, just being kids and stuff like that. So I mean, it's kind of crazy, but that's especially you don't want to get your head chopped off. Like I hear
That's
about
for
that
damn
too.
sure.
I hear about that too. I do feel like a lot of that is kind of. I feel like, and here we go. I'm about to get into I feel like it's kind of propaganda.
Tangents.
Tangents. I feel like it's kind of a propaganda, because I feel like the agenda. Oh, there goes the bell. And with the bell, that means we have our very first. No, this
It's
we
our
have a
first.
second.
It's the propaganda bell. What are you talking about?
The propaganda bell has rang. So what I was saying is that a lot of news outlets like today like to put out a bunch of crazy shit to keep people in fear, and it kind of makes me think, well, maybe what they want is to kind of like plaster these things that end up happening in Mexico so that you're like, oh, we live in the best nation, and there's no way you should go to in Mexico because this will happen, you know. So, and now I'm not also saying that it doesn't happen because I've never been there, I don't know what it's like. It's just kind of something that I thought of.
Yeah, well, from what I gather from people like talking about it is that there's like specific zones, I guess, where this kind of stuff is likely to happen.
It's like more towards the bigger cities.
The It's
what I
kind of
heard.
everywhere.
Is it?
Yeah, but
okay.
I guess it just depends on where you go, what you do, who you talk to, and how you talk to them. It's kind of that whole thing.
Yeah.
And considering that they've gone, for years and stuff, and nothing's happened to them, I mean, still, you never know.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but anyway, so like we're gonna try to go if the price is right, and if we can get all that shit together, whether we're gonna fly, whether we're gonna drive. God, I hope we don't drive.
I hope you guys don't drive.
And depending on where we go, because we're they come from Guanajuato,
okay.
and that's kind of like a smaller pueblo, so it's not like a Mexico City or something like that. But I mean, there's still stuff to do. But if we go, I'm not just gonna stay there at the ranch. Like, there's no way I'm just gonna stay at the ranch. Like, I gotta go see some shit.
Yeah.
'Cause who knows when the next time I'm gonna go to Mexico is?
Right.
Like, I want to go to Tequila Town.
Oh,
I want to see where the
man.
hell they're making all this tequila. I want to take one of the tours of Don Julio or fucking Patron, whoever. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Take the tour and do like the taste testing and stuff. I want to get fucked up. This is the cool stuff like I want to do.
Yeah.
Or at Guanajuato they have this weird museum, and they're the mummies of Guanajuato, where for some reason they dig up people who have been dead, and they'll take them out of their coffin, and they'll change their clothes and clean them up,
Wow.
and then they rebury them. And it's
Ooh.
like a thing of like making sure like your ancestors are still presentable, and you're still taking care of them basically. But they have this museum, and it's basically just a shit ton of mummies like everywhere. And I don't know why those ones are in the museum and the other ones aren't. I'm guessing maybe donations, or they don't have people to take care of them or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'd like to go see that, but Janet's sister kind of like killed it for me, where she's like, oh, like there's a long ass line, and then like you're only in there for like 15 minutes. And I was like, man, fuck it, I'll just go to the cemetery. I'm sure somebody's digging one out. So
Yeah, so just digging it out by themselves. Oh, man.
yeah, I'm sure someone's digging it out, and then I'll just fucking take a picture and be like, yo, he's
Frijoles.
dead. Cool.
Rice, beans.
But yeah, that's all we really have so far.
Okay.
Any other trips that we would take, it'd probably just be spontaneous.
Cool. Spontaneous is always cool.
Yeah.
So the last question, but not the least question. If Janet was here right now, what would her reaction be to No Kemaka?
Oh my god, dude, she says that shit all the time because she watches like like a TikTok video or whatever, and it's all Otaquachika, no quemaka, and it's like, yo, what the fuck are they even saying? Like, I barely found out that taquache is a raccoon.
Yeah. Well, it's like I guess the actual thing is possum, but I think it's meant to be to call somebody a coon.
Yeah, and it's
Like-
because their haircut, it's like that front bowl, but then the rest of it is like faded, and that's what it is. 'Cause
And my
it-
sister was telling me that you would call people Edgars, like that's like the English version.
Yeah, what the fuck?
You call them like Edgar or like Armando or something like that. Just
Alejandro
like
Estrada.
just a bunch of random ass names she kind of popped out of nowhere. But the one that stuck to me was Edgar, and I thought that was super funny because every Edgar I know has a Taquache haircut.
Now that you mention it, yeah, that is an Edgar haircut.
That is
right?
like a total Edgar haircut.
Oh man, well, cool. Thanks for those questions. That was really cool.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
So what you got for us this week, Jack?
Well, this week, I happened to stumble upon these names, and these are real life names that are too funny not to be, real. And these
Oh.
are real names. It's just they're freaking hilarious. So
Oh,
I'm
God, I
gonna
can't wait
read.
for
I'm gonna
this.
read some, and let's see how funny they are to you.
All right,
So first of all, we have
James.
the one that you have been mentioning, and the one that we've been saying,
Oh.
Willie Stroker.
It's
And
actual-
apparently, Willie Stroker is a real name because he's a judge. Yeah, he was a judge.
Yep.
He was a judge or lawyer. So it was like, you're going to be judged by Judge Willie Stroker.
you were gonna get the stroke of the judge.
So the next one is a NASCAR driver, and his name is Dick Trickle.
Oh yeah, I know Dick Trickle.
I remember busting up at that when I was like 5 years old. I'd ask my dad, "Hey, who's in the lead right now?" He'd be like, "Oh, Dick Trickle." I'm like, "What the fuck,
What
Dick
is
Trickle?"
Dick Trickling?
The next name,
Don Rickles.
the next name, Jack Mihov.
Jack me off.
Next one, Mike Litteris.
These are real
These
names.
are real names. Ben Dover.
Bend over. That's a good one. That's a classic one.
I
right
love
there.
this next one. Dixie Normus.
Really?
Dixie
So
Normus.
it's like Dick.
No,
The
it's
word
Dixie.
Dick.
Dixie.
Oh, Dixie.
Yeah, girl's
Ah.
name Dixie, and her last name's Normus.
Oh my God.
I think you'd like this next one. Wendy Pfister.
Wendy Pfister.
Wendy Pfister. The next one is BJ Cobbledick. The next one is Woody Held.
I think that was actually one of the names I was going to use in place of Willie Stroker early on, but then I chose Willie Stroker.
Woody Held. This next one, she must be Indian because her name is Yolanda Squat Pump.
What the fuck? Oh shit, Yolanda Squat Pump. What the fuck?
Now here's one. I don't know what the hell she was. Beta Nagar.
That one took me a couple seconds. That's
Yeah.
a real name. That's
a
crazy.
real name. Speaking of real names, here's a real one. Uranus Johnson. Oh, here's one. Chris P. Bacon.
Oh yeah, my niece used to call me Crispy Bacon like all the time just because of that name.
How about Mo Lester?
Oh, dude, that's
That's got to be the worst.
been around for a long time.
Dick Sweat. SWETT.
SWET. Oh, ET. I thought you said EET. I was like Dick Sweet.
Pterodactyl.
There's no way that's
Yeah.
a real name. Oh my god. Hey Tara.
Bud Light.
Oh my god.
That'd be a cool name to have, though.
That's a total
But
like
you
redneck
can only
name.
have that beer, though, which kind of sucks.
Oh man.
You can only drink Bud.
Why? And then, if you were trying to drink something else, but your name's Bud Light, and you're drinking Budweiser.
Not even. It's like you can't even enjoy like Modelo or Corona or something.
That's true.
Chubby Cox.
Oh my goodness.
Here, we're about to get really professional here. Dr. Willie Tickle. Holden Butts.
I've heard that.
Dick Felt.
Oh my god.
Peter Bonners.
That's a good one.
Brock Lee.
Oh, dude, I love broccoli. That's my favorite.
Oh, this one's great. Harry Hole.
Oh my god. Harry Hole.
And the last one is Guy Nutter.
Guy Nutter?
Guy Nutter.
That's funny because back in 3rd grade, there used to be this really young teacher. She was beautiful, by the way. Or as we would say, she was hot as fuck when I was in 3rd grade.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so she was like this single teacher. She's really young. She's probably like in her late 20s. I'm dead serious. Her name was Miss Nutting.
No way.
Miss Nutting.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
kind of cool.
And I always remember her coming in like she looked like gorgeous all the time, like nice clothes. You know, she's in her 20s. You know,
Sure.
she's just showing it off.
Hell
you know,
yeah.
trying to be good and whatnot.
I got nothing else to do. Bunch of subbing for a bunch of 3-year-olds. Or sorry, 3rd graders.
So that's how we came to Willie Stroker. I don't
Willie
think
Stroker.
I've ever told that story. Well, the reason why we did Willie Stroker was it was about 4 or 5 years ago. Me and a friend of mine. It was like early middle of the day, and we just decided, hey, we're gonna get fucking drunk and just fucking drink, right? So we're kind of down the street from his school and from the school he went to, and it's a college. So he says, "Oh, dude, I totally forgot I have a test today." So he's like, "Come with me," and I'm like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, come with me." So we walk over there. In quotations. We walk over there. And he's like, dude, just go in and just pretend to take the test. I'm like, what? So I've never been to like in a college classroom at that point. And he's like, yeah, the teacher doesn't even like care who's in there. Like he's not going to be able to tell, who's not there or not because there's so many people.
Yeah.
So he's like, just go down there, get a quiz and just go up there and just fill it out, whatever. So on the way over there, I'm Googling names. The first one was the held one. Which one was it? Wiener Held or some shit.
Dick Held.
Yeah, Dick Held. That was one of them. But then the one that caught my eye and caught my good eye was Willie Stroker.
Willie Stroker, dude.
And so I filled out the test all fucked up. And I just put a bunch of random answers in the name, Willie Stroker. I left it there and I walked out. And I remember I was still fucking drunk. And I walked out and I almost ate shit down the stairs because I missed the first step completely. And I would have fell down like 3 or 4 or 5 other stairs. I would have just straight up died in the middle.
You know what'd be funny is if you like got like 100% on that test. And the only person to get the entire test right, Mr. Willie Stroker. Willie Stroker? Willie, are you here? Where's Willie? Willie Stroker, where are you? That'd be great, dude.
Holy shit, dude.
So I just got a message on my phone.
Oh.
And it's a last minute dick question.
Oh, okay.
And it's from my brother.
Oh, perfect.
So, to answer his the dick question, he wrote, where my middle finger is. So when I flip someone off, they get a good look at it. If I slap someone, they'll get dick slapped. And then if I hold hands with my lady, she'll be holding my dick.
That's a good one. That's
so thanks
clever.
to my brother for sending that one in.
Yeah, thanks, BJ. That's fucking hilarious. Holy shit! Well, that was a cool little segment there.
So you tried telling me about this lice epidemic. So
everyone's grabbing their head right now.
Yeah, everybody's starting to get itchy. Here we go. I had no idea what you were talking about. So fill me in. What's going on?
So my nephew Fernie, like, I don't know, it was like 3 or 4 years ago. You know how like when you're like 14, 15. And it's the summertime, you don't have school, you just go through the fucking summer and like it's a guy thing more than likely, and you're just not taking a shower.
Sure.
You just fucking go to sleep late, wake up all late, just eat and play games all day and just fucking go to sleep again, You're not taking any showers or anything. You smell like shit, but you don't give a damn. So he was doing that, and apparently he had he had gotten lice, but he just like didn't realize it. He wasn't taking any showers or anything like that. So it got to the point where it got pretty bad, and he had to like, I think they cut his hair and got rid of it or everything. So ever since then, he's had like freaking lysophobia. I don't know the damn name of it. I completely forgot the name of it. And so like every now and then he gets like this anxiety that he has lice. So it was like about 3 or 4 weeks ago, he goes, Chris, I think I have lice. And I'm like, what? And I was like, yeah, I think I have lice. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I think it's just like his anxiety kicking in or something like that.
Yeah.
And so he calls his mom and he tells his mom, he's like, hey mom, I think I have lice, blah, blah, blah. Can you just help me? Can you come check it? So she goes to the store, she buys the lice shampoo or whatever. She puts it in her hair and they go through with it and whatnot, right? So they do all that. So I overheard a conversation a little while after, like a couple days later. I was with my mom and I overheard a conversation with my Nina, and she goes, yeah, Fernie had lice, and they started talking about how he could have got it and stuff like that. But my Nina says, my mom was saying like, yeah, you can get it like from certain schools and stuff like that. But my Nina brings up, she says, yeah, wherever that school that they're talking about is a rough area.
Okay.
So that brings me to my next question. do lice have gangs? Do lice grow up in rough areas? Like on the west side, lice are like everywhere. They're just like, fuck this guy. We're gonna fuck him up today.
Yeah.
You're gonna and in Clovis, they're all nice and fancy, and they're we're gonna get one in your hair, and
they vote on who they're gonna infect.
Yeah, there you go. So there's like an election and everything. Like you got let's see here.
All the lice are like, we're going to go infest Cody.
Cody.
All of those in favor, say here, here.
Next thing you know, Cody's like, fuck, Mom! God damn it, Mom, my head!
Yeah, meanwhile, on the west side...
they don't give a damn! They just get fucked up.
Yo, look at that hair over there. That looks good.
It's nice and greasy.
I say
just
fuck
for
it up. Yeah. Wait a minute, this hair ain't real. It's a wig.
Or there's that one guy, there's always that one random white kid named Cody in like the most ghetto ass school, and they're like, look at, oh wait, who is that, a new kid? No wait, that's Cody. He just changed his hair to blue. Let's fuck it up.
He just changed it. Now's the time to strike.
So like when they're killing off the lice, they start noticing that there's little colors. Like there's a certain color in each person's hair. So every lice has a fucking gang. So there's like blood lice and crip lice.
You hear them all whistling and shit. The red lice are like, yo, what up, man?
So that guy's so we know that Cody's blue hair ends up getting turned who's going after that guy. Yeah. It's definitely not the Crips.
Oh,
it's got to be the blood lice.
Exactly.
Or the BDS lice, whatever,
Yeah, it would make the crime scene investigation a crime scene investigation.
So then you have lice cops and stuff like that. They just come around, and every time they come around, they have the song that they use for SpongeBob cops. And they come around and, hey guys, how you doing? I'm Officer Lice here, and just
you never get me, coppers, man. It's my hair, see, man.
Fucking Officer Lice, Lice.
Have you ever had lice?
No, I've never actually had lice.
Your sisters have lice?
I believe one of them, maybe a few of them did, but like most of the time, it's always happened to. If it's ever been around, it's always happened to Fernie or my niece Audrey, and I think a lot of it has to do with the schools again.
Sure,
certain schools just happen to have it, and also they have some friends of theirs that they hang out with a lot. And like one of them just always got lice, like no matter what she did, she's always ended up with fucking lice, like all the time. But I mean, she's young, it's like it has to be the parents that take care of her. She can't take care of herself.
That's one thing like I wouldn't be looking forward to when I have kids.
Oh god,
fucking lice, dude. I remember them always saying like, oh, it comes from sharing combs or sharing the same pillow or stuff like that.
So could you imagine like lice? They see a comb going through, they're like, "Quick, jump on!" And they all jump on. They're all waiting for the next person. All right, here we go, guys. We're gonna jump back onto this hair. Go, go, go!
And they land on there. It's like real civilized, and it's like, all those departing from Cody and going to Kristen, all aboard. Then they jump on, and
that's the Clovis version right there.
Yeah,
that's the Clovis side, the Blovis side.
Yeah, so,
or they jump back on the head on Cody's head, and they're like, "Oh fuck, we're back on Cody's head, damn it!"
Yeah, so they always say that it's from one of those things, but like when I was young and I would go spend the night at like my cousins or whatever. I mean, we would share combs, and we'd be sleeping on the same pillow or something like that. And even when you go to your friend's house, like later, in high school or whatever, you spend the night there. They just throw you a pillow, and that's probably one from their bed or whatever like that.
Yeah,
and I never got lice. I think my brother did when he was like second grade, third grade, something like that. I never did.
I just think it's just attracted by somebody else. Like
it's got to come from somewhere.
Like you could get it from using someone else's comb or sharing a comb.
Wait, who's
but that's
patient
only
zero?
Yeah, exactly. But that's only because patient zero happened to have it and put it on the comb, and then you're like, oh hey, like a nice comb, and you just like put it through your hair, and oh my god.
Yeah. What if it was from bums?
Oh,
like, what if bums have like I don't know, something that just makes lice. You know, fucking the dirt and shit and stuff in their hair.
Dirt and shit.
And it just
naked
and just
people.
makes like, I don't know, this new form of being, and it's called lice. And
I think it's called maggots.
and it just spreads through whoever, because you know, a bum or whatever goes into a store and then he starts fucking scratching his head and there it is, you know, and it falls on, I don't know, say like a package of chips or something like that.
Oh yeah,
somebody comes and buys that package of chips and
then
they take it home, and then what do? They go home, they throw the bag of chips on their bed and they lay down to watch Netflix, and then they get the lice and they take it to school, and then they start scratching at school on somebody's fucking backpack, and then there it is.
There it is. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Damn bums.
It's the bums' fault.
Patient zeros, you know.
Fuck bums, man.
Round zero.
First of all, they're shitting all over San Francisco.
And pigeon bums. We can't forget about the
eating all the damn pigeons.
Eating all the damn pigeons and being a pigeon bum.
Yeah, and then they're going through my garbage, taking out my recyclables.
Yeah, those are my recyclables.
Yeah.
I paid for them with my tax dollars.
And now, come to find out, they're spreading lice.
Oh, God.
We need to do something about these bums.
I can't believe it. That's just that's just preposterous. Absolutely preposterous. So so you've never had lice. I've never had lice. But do you happen to know the ways they try to get rid of them? Because, I mean, I've seen shows where they're like, oh, yeah, you have to put mustard in your hair, or you have to put mayo in your hair. And that's how you get... What?
Isn't that gum? Like, if you get gum stuck in your hair, they tell you to put all kinds of shit in it?
Well, I mean, I've seen that too.
Just cut the fucking hair.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen peanut butter and mustard... and fucking whatever, like, I don't know, I mean, do you know any like ways, remedies or anything like that?
Like a home remedy? I heard that it was like vinegar and something. So, I mean, the mustard might not be too far off, because mustard's, you know, pretty full of vinegar.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, I just know about the shampoo. You gotta use a special shampoo, and which always kind of like made me think, why is it gotta be a special shampoo? Like a regular, you know, if you use Head and Shoulders or something, like what's wrong with that compared to the other shampoo? Is it like dog shampoo? You know, because the dog shampoo has chemicals and shit for the fleas and ticks. So is it like
it's a buffalo shampoo? Yeah,
and then on the same thing with the buffalo shampoo. What's the deal with like dog shampoos being made out of oatmeal?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, why oatmeal? It's like, oh, it soothes their body. It's like, yo, just give them some fucking herbal essence or some shit. That'll calm them down.
Well, it kind of makes you wonder too, like, what's in the shampoo that you don't want to put on your dog?
Chemicals.
No, I agree, and that's the funniest part is I feel like science today is more so about everything else except humans.
Yeah.
Like all don't put that on a dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I mean, they test everything on animals anyway, so it's like, yo, hey, we got this rabbit, and we need to see how gorgeous it looks with our new L'Oreal makeup. So then they put lipstick, you know, fucking eyeshadow and whatever the fuck on the rabbit. This rabbit looks pretty damn good. Let's start selling it to people. You know, or they get a monkey or something like that, and they're like, yeah, we need to check to see if these eyelashes make this monkey look real good. Oh, did it fuck up the monkey? No, it didn't. But that's a sexy ass monkey. All right, let's start selling them to people. You know, like,
yeah.
How does this shit work?
That's a sexy ass monkey.
It's like, yo, how does this shit work, man?
Right.
Why are you testing it on the fucking animal?
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense.
I mean, I got no answers for that. I got no answers.
Because then you're going to excite somebody. Like, what if there's a worker there that's like, damn, that's a real sexy ass monkey. And then he's going to ask somebody, can I get the key to the monkey cage, please?
Monkey cage.
And then it's all downhill from there. And then that's how AIDS starts.
Oh, God. And then they get AIDS, and then they go homeless, and they make lice.
Lice with AIDS?
Lades?
You see what happens? This is how shit spreads.
Yeah. From one thing to another, and you end up with lades. You don't want to get lades.
Fuck lades.
Yeah, you don't want to get lades.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready to wrap it up. I don't think we're gonna beat Lades.
I know. We'll just leave it with Lades for there.
All right, man. Wrap this show up.
All right, cool. So first and foremost, I just want to thank Yeshua for allowing me to do this. And I want to thank each and every one of you for listening each and every week, because honestly, the feedback, whenever somebody tells me that they listened, or even the submissions, honestly, it goes a long way into keeping my heart into it, as well as my passion and everything else. So once again, I do appreciate you all. If you want to find us, don't forget, all you have to do is go to thegoodtimespodcast.com. You can find my information on there. If you want to add my social media, go to the website, hit about, scroll down, you'll see the Executioner, you'll see my Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, and all that good stuff on there. So what about you, Jack?
Well, I guess that you can do that for me too. You can find my Instagram and my Twitter on there. And then we'd like to thank all of you for going on this journey with us for the past 2 seasons. And we'd really appreciate it if you would share the show, have your friends listen to all of our back catalog of shows, have them subscribe, have them answer the questions of the week, because we read them on the air, and we'd like to get as many different answers to the questions as possible. It would just make for so much better experience for us and for you, the listeners, too. So I'd also like to thank my wife for coming on the show and doing the interview. Awesome. Really appreciate that. And we hope that you look forward to new episodes dropping every single Monday, because why?
Because it's good laughs, good fun, and always a good time?
No, because Monday's when the shows drop.
Oh
my
damn it.
God.
Oh, God. Because that's when the show drops.
There you go. Oh, my God. All right, everybody. All right, everybody. We'll see you next Monday for another episode of Good Times.
Tonight.